I'm Jeff Hogan, 10 TV Eyewitness Sports and Wall-to-Wall Sports. You're watching WGLH TV.
About 3.5 years ago, WGLH TV members led the effort to restore a one-room schoolhouse here in Gahanna. Now the schoolhouse has been chosen to take part in a major film. Hi, I'm Alex Metz.
I'm Dara Morales.
And I'm Elijah Sweet with Sports. And we'd like to welcome you to this week's edition of WGLH TV.
The goal was to restore the schoolhouse as historically accurate as possible.
The schoolhouse is used to show Gahanna students what it's like to go to school back in the 1800s.
When New York Times bestseller Ken Sewell heard about the schoolhouse, he thought it would be perfect for a project that he was working on.
Mr. Sewell, who is a Gahanna resident, but also a producer and director, is working on the story about Tuskegee Airman Jesse Brown.
Much of the film is being shot locally, and they use the schoolhouse to show a flashback film when the pilot was a student.
A few Gahanna residents have been used in the film. The film stars local resident and former OSU basketball player, as well as lead actor in Independence Day 2, Otis Winston. Archie Griffin also has a small part in the film.
Jonathan Mays has the story. Let's watch.
Gahanna's famous one-room schoolhouse is in the spotlight once again, but this time for a more cinematic reason.
Old Eagle schoolhouse scene, take 4. Stand a little loop of metal, bottom.
Last August, the schoolhouse was the center of attention as it was being used as the set to be featured in an upcoming movie, Fallen Eagle, a movie based on the life of Jesse Brown, the first African-American naval aviator. The director of the film, Kenneth Sewell, is a New York Times best-selling author, as well as a Gahanna resident.
Jesse Brown. Jesse Brown was born in Mississippi to sharecroppers, and he was an exceptional student and athlete, and he turned down full scholarships to Tuskegee and Acorn University to come up here, go to Ohio State, because that was the school of his hero, Jesse Owens.
Jesse Brown is being played by Otis Winston, former OSU basketball player who is also a lead actor in Independence Day 2.
Jesse Brown is a great character. I think this is a chance to talk about a man who really is an American hero, you know, who was just like a forgotten hero. You know, if you think about what Jackie Robinson did, Jesse Brown also went through and did the same thing. His was just in the armed forces. And it's a great opportunity to play someone like that. You know, I take it very seriously. It's really my first lead role in a film, and I'm having a great time with it. You know, to be able to tell his story, bring his story to life.
Shot 2, take 1. And action.
Good job, Jesse. Very good job. Okay, children, it's time for lunch. Line up.
By having a fully restored one-room schoolhouse readily available has helped a great amount in the filming process, Sewell says.
The schoolhouse is a prime example. Where can you find an 1890s, turn-of-the-century schoolhouse that's already ready to go, you know, film ready?
The film's release date has not been announced. When it does come out, make sure you come out and see Gahanna on the big screen. Reporting for WGLH TV, this has been Jonathan Mays.
The art teachers have completely revamped the art curriculum for this school year. One class that was added was a class that focuses completely on sculpture. Mylan Jackson has the in-depth report about what this class has to offer students.
The sculpture and ceramics classes are great for students who love a little hands-on learning.
Huh? I'm fine, Donnie.
It's a very touch-heavy art form with lots of molding and shaping involved. We asked one ceramics student, Tanner Harding, about what he liked about the class.
I like having like a small class and getting to know all my buddies in here, like Austin and Donovan. Miss Scott's pretty cool. She likes to show us a lot of different things about throwing and glazing.
And Tanner was right. Mrs. Scott is really cool, and she had a lot to say about her art classes.
I teach ceramics and sculpture, and my classes are good for anybody who is a kinesthetic learner, anybody who has any kind of creative spirit, anybody who likes to make things. In particular, a lot of folks that are taking sports really like ceramics because there's a certain kind of physical training that has to happen. So if you're, for example, if someone is good at baseball, they don't expect to make a home run the first time they hit the ball. They understand that there's a certain amount of physical training and keeping at it. So kids that have any kind of sport training tend to really like ceramics. Also, people that just are very kinesthetic learners. They like to learn by touching and feeling and patting and building. Also really like ceramic classes. Sculpture, it's a little bit different because it's a little bit more conceptual. Ceramics and sculpture is 3D. So unlike a picture, it has height, width, and depth. You walk all the way around it. So
if you are a kinesthetic learner or you're a creative spirit, like Mrs. Scott said, come take a ceramics or sculpture class. Really get to know what you're into. This has been Marlon Jackson, reporting for WGLH TV.
Gahanna has a very strong science program. One way that students learn about living things is through direct observation. This is why many teachers have live animals in the classroom. Elizabeth Weiner talks to us about how these animals enhance the classroom.
The science rooms at GLHS are filled with all types of critters. You can see underwater life, creepy snakes that you probably don't want to touch, and of course the snake's food. The bio teachers got it all. Some students are scared that the animals will escape. At the end of the day, it's just for educational purposes. The pets help the teachers explain some of the concepts they use in class. Biology teacher Mr. Bomber and former TV member tells us about his critters in the science room.
We have a variety of animals. We have some reptiles with the turtle tank, the red-eared sliders. They are pretty common, found in neighborhood ponds and such. You can find these, so they're pretty common pets. We have a couple of them. We have 2 different types of tropical fish species, one of which is carnivorous, which presents its own interesting setups. And then probably the favorite of the class are the axolotls. And the axolotls are a amphibian, which is a transition species, as they have both a set of lungs and a set of gills, and so they are very useful when it comes to discussing evolution. And so not only are they interesting and the kids get a kick out of coming and staring at them, but I actually use them in the actual curriculum to teach lessons in class.
The science rooms here at GLHS are filled with critters and creatures from every part of the planet. This has been Elizabeth Weiner reporting from WGLH TV.
Many high school students still have many questions about what they want to do after high school. Some feel they aren't quite ready for college. One option is the military. They provide practical experience, and when their time is done, they pay for their tuition expenses.
Aaron Kemp interviewed some students who are joining or either considering joining the military after high school.
For a few brave students here at GLHS, going into the military is a great next step. Senior Jasmine Price spoke to me about why she made the decision to join the Marines.
One, for the challenge, and secondly because I was born in a free country and I want to earn the title of having the freedom, so that's another reason why. And I'm stronger than I look, so kind of wanted to prove that point as well.
Try to do it for like 25 more seconds. Do I try anything? She said 25. Like, keep it. You're doing it better than everyone else. You want an entire package.
In case you're thinking about enlisting in the service, Anthony and Antonio have some words of encouragement.
The Marine Corps teaches you a lot about discipline and organization, and it also teaches you teamwork, a ton of teamwork, and to make, like, pretty much not make sure that nobody's being left to do something on their own. Like, if you see someone struggling, just go over and help them, even if you don't know exactly what you're doing.
Mr. Wagner's 10th grade journalism class had a member visit and tell them about what her experience has been like.
Not necessarily. So actually, before the Marine Corps, I didn't even know I wanted to do this. I wanted to be a limnologist, which is basically a marine biologist, but for freshwater, because I love animals and I like fishies.
Students even got the opportunity to ask her some questions.
Hey, that's okay. Who just likes to write in general?
It's important to get as much knowledge as you can before making this serious life decision.
Some students, going into the military right after high school is a great option. This has been Aaron Kemp, reporting for WGLH TV.
One enormous commitment that the members of Student Council have made for the past 3 years is to raise money for pediatric cancer. The event culminates in late winter with Gahannathon. Last year, they raised about $30,000, and they hope to repeat again this year. Lindsay Stahl talks about the fundraising effort.
Gahannathon is a dance marathon that helps raise money for kids with pediatric cancer. This year's slogan was "Not all superheroes wear capes." Student Council does many different types of fundraisers. One way to raise money is having Coin Wars. Coin Wars is where homerooms try and compete to raise the most amount of money. Coin Wars usually raises a couple $1,000s. Another fundraiser that we do is canning at basketball games. Canning is where Student Council members get to ask people to donate some money towards our cause. A lot of the fundraisers actually happen at the dance. A popular fundraiser at the dance is pieing teachers in the face. Some of the teachers that participated were Mr. Barath, Mr. Middleman, Mr. Wagner, and Miss Pizzico. Gahannathon reaches out to other clubs like I talked to junior Rachel Shannon about her roles as being a committee chair of Gahannathon fundraising.
So as a committee chair, we have to make sure everyone's on task. We have to give people responsibilities. We also have to give weekly updates on how we're doing with our goal, how much more we have to raise. And we also make sure that everything goes as planned the night of Gahannathon. We know down to the dollar how much we need.
Another fundraiser that Student Council does is sell shirts and other merchandise. This year we partnered with the DECA program that helped us create some of the designs. Riley, one of the Miracle Kids, has her own clothing line called Smiley Riley, which we sell at Gahannathon. Around midnight, the Student Council members get to reveal the total to the community and to all the students there at the dance. This year, Gahannathon raised $26,801.23. Gahannathon is the largest high school dance marathon in Central Ohio. As you can see, Gahannathon works really hard to make sure they have plenty of fundraisers to help reach their goal that is for all the kids. This has been Lindsay Stahl reporting for WGLH TV.
Many students here at Gahanna have combined efforts to showcase their musical talent. Colin Strait has the scoop.
Many students here at GLHS are involved in or enjoy music. One group of musically talented students is our jazz band. Jazz band is a group here at Gahanna that allows a variety of students to use their instrumental talents. This class creates amazing music, and the talents every year continue to impress. This class is available to band members only. Every year, the class holds tryouts to see what talent will be offered throughout the school year. Every morning at 6:45 a.m., the members of jazz band have practice. Along with practice, they take a trip every year, and this year they will be traveling to Beaver Creek. Jazz band is divided. There is Jazz 1 and Jazz 2, Jazz 1 being the higher class. A member of Jazz 1, Jasmine Bryant, tells us a little bit about why she enjoys being involved in music.
I enjoy being a part of jazz band because it creates a lot of opportunity and has also been a place where I met some of my closest friends. We also get chances to travel and improvise with the music and build unique bonds with our teachers, so it's a cool way to be involved here at GLHS.
Another group of students that enjoy music here at GLHS is a group called YPP. This is a small group run by 3 very good friends. The group consists of Michael Grugerich, AJ Overstreet, and Dylan Young. This group produces their own music and uses many different forms of equipment. AJ Overstreet tells us a little bit about why he likes being involved.
My favorite part about being in YPP is really got to do what we love with everyone that we love. I'm with my friends all the time, making hit songs, and love seeing the fans support us out in public.
I'm AYJ.
I'm Mike G.
I'm young Dylan.
And we are YPP.
You can see students here at GLHS really love being involved in music. Until next time, this has been Colin Strait reporting for WGLH TV.
For some people, the winter weather means that they are shut up in their houses and hibernate until spring. For others, this is their time to be really active. There are so many sports and activities that can keep people moving. David Foley explores what some of these activities are.
The weather this year has driven many people crazy with cabin fever. To help relieve this, people go to ski resorts and other places of snow activities. A veteran skier gives us insight onto his attitudes towards skiing and snowboarding.
I've actually been skiing 54 years.
Why did you choose to become a skier?
My dad and my whole family skied, so back in the early 60s, we just took it up and it was a family thing to do.
Do you think skiing is more fun than snowboarding?
I hate snowboarders. Go skiers!
I got skiing for free. About 3.5 years before.
So why did you guys become skiers?
We thought it looked fun. And my dad, he got really excited. Yeah, he wanted us to ski.
Do you think skiing is more fun than snowboarding?
Yeah. I've never snowboarded. She has, but I think it's more fun. I skateboard, so I think it'd be pretty fun. But yeah, skiing's probably more fun.
I've been snowboarding for about a year and a half now.
Why did you choose to be a snowboarder?
All my friends have been doing it, so I decided to come out here and come out with them and see what I could do.
Do you think snowboarding is more fun than skiing?
Yeah, I think it is because it's a little more challenging, and once you get the hang of it, I think it's more fun.
I interviewed a family at Mountain River Mountain Ski Resort to see why they chose to become skiers.
We chose because our daughter introduced us to the interest of skiing. I had done some skiing, I guess, with 2 skis as a kid. But she wanted to snowboard, so as a family we decided to do snowboarding.
There may not be any snow here in Gahanna now, but forecasters are optimistic with the snow coming in the future. This has been David Foley reporting for WGLH TV.
One issue that people seem to forget about before the very first snow or ice storm is that driving in the winter is a little different. Not only driving, but car maintenance as well. Elijah Sweet has an overview of some considerations people should take when driving in cold weather.
Winter weather driving. All student drivers must learn how to deal with these harsh Ohio weather conditions. I talked to the manager at Tuffy to see if he had any tips for people who drive in this cold weather.
Probably the biggest things are going to be tire pressure and tread. If you look at the door panel of your driver's side door, there's going to be a little plaque right there that says what the tire pressure should be at for that specific vehicle. Do not rely on what the sidewall says of the tire. That's the maximum pressure that the tire can take.
It is also very important for a professional to look at your car to make sure everything is going well.
Taking it to a shop as well and getting the coolant tested. Coolant is approved to fresh coolant's approved to about -40 degrees Fahrenheit. And if it gets watered down over time, either by a unprofessional repair or just by topping off with water, then it can freeze at a higher temperature, which is obviously not good, because if that freezes and expands in the engine block, then it can crack the engine block.
Another part of your car that may have an issue is the battery. You should also have that checked by a professional.
As you can see, it's very important to check your car before you drive, especially in the winter. This has been Elijah Sweet, reporting for WGLH TV.
One person here at Gahanna who seems to always be prepared for anything is Hallie Mooring. Vicki Morrow introduces us to Hallie, who is this week's Student Spotlight.
I know. Oh my gosh.
One student who stands out among the rest here at Gahanna Lincoln High School is senior Hallie Mooring. Hallie is a member of the girls' basketball team. She's in DECA, Girl Scout, plays the piano, and is the daughter of recently elected school board member Daphne Mooring. Hallie plays a big role on the girls' basketball team. She is a captain and a senior this year. Being a member of the girls' basketball team myself, I can tell you that Hallie works very hard in practice every day to better her skill. Hallie is working on a research project for Miracle Healthcare to develop a formal employee engagement program to increase the profits in the industry. Not only does she work on her individual project, but she also helps out in the school store. Hallie's hard work does not stop there. This year, Hallie created a coat closet here at GLHS to help students who could not afford coats for this winter.
I created this coat closet in collaboration with Miss Hannah's class and Miss Kemp and Miss Evans with the class of multiple disabled. So once I graduate and leave, it's still going to be able to function and run because they're going to run it. And it's also providing like retail occupational skills for them, which is really important in their education, so that they can go and work after school. And yeah, and they love making a difference too. And sometimes they don't really understand, but sometimes they do, so it's a good feeling for them.
The real question is, how does Hallie do it all?
I just prioritize what needs to be done first because I enjoy doing all of the activities, so I don't want to give up anything.
Next year, Hallie plans to attend Florida State University, where she received a full in-state tuition scholarship because of academics. Gahanna sure will miss Hallie, and we sure need more people like her. But for now, this has been Victoria Mayo reporting for WGLH TV.
Hallie has worked very hard in everything she's involved with. Another group of students that worked very hard are our athletes.
Speaking of athletes, do you have a sports report for us, Elijah?
I sure do. First off, Lindsay Stamus talks to the bowling team about how their season's been going so far.
Many people enjoy bowling as a fun pastime with family and friends, but some students here at Gahanna Lincoln High School use it in a competitive way. The GLHS bowling team. This group is made of both girls and boys members, each with a junior varsity and varsity team, making an overall very popular sport. This team's practice and home match locations is right down the street at the local Gahanna Lanes. The Lions have a large coaching staff led by Kelly Ferguson. They are there to help the athletes learn and improve their skills. I got the opportunity to ask Jeff and Tommy, members of the bowling team, on why they enjoy being a part of this program.
So basically, the thing that I love the most about bowling is, I mean, bowling itself is a really fun sport. I love rolling the ball. I love watching it hook. That's my favorite. And I love hanging out with friends and just bowling.
I joined the bowling team because I've been bowling for a while and I consider myself pretty good at it. And it's a fun environment. I enjoy the people that are in the team. And it's just a fun way to have to spend my winter.
The team has many supporters that come to watch their events, and the Lions are known around the district to be one of the top teams. These athletes devote a lot of their time in practicing and traveling to compete against other schools.
The bowling team has made lots of progress so far this season. Come out and support at their next match. Until then, this has been Lindsay Stamus reporting from WGLH TV.
The girls' swimming team has been making a splash, and Ria Gupta takes us to an earlier meet.
In swimming, there are 4 strokes: backstroke, breaststroke, butterfly, and freestyle. Here at GLHS, the swim and dive team is composed of a varsity and a JV team. The team is like a family. They always have each other's backs, whether win or lose. All the coaches and parents are very supportive of their swimmers and kids. Swimming is a very tough sport with practice every single day after school. These swimmers train hard and put all their effort into practice. We talked to junior Dominique Vicani about her swim experience.
I've been swimming for 8 years and I've been on varsity since my freshman year. My favorite events are 1500 free. The girls swim team has only lost 1 dual meet this year against New Albany, and we recently just won OCCs for the 3rd time in a row. Right now we're preparing for sectionals and we're hoping to send a lot of girls to districts and states this year.
The swim team practices at the Gahanna YMCA and the dive team practices elsewhere. Swim meets are won by which team has the most points in the end. Depending on if you get first, second, or third place in your event determines how many points your team gets. For each specific event, JV girls go, then varsity girls, JV boys, then varsity boys. The girls swim team has been doing really well this year. Make sure to come out and support them at sectionals next Saturday at Thomas Worthington High School. This has been Rita Gupta reporting for WGLH TV.
The hockey team here at Gahanna has high expectations. Alex Metz interviews them about their goals.
Just this last Sunday, the 31st of January, the Golden Lions had their senior night. The Lions faced their home team rivals, DeSales. Gahanna hockey has had a very solid season with many highlights. One of those highlights being winning the Strongsville tournament early on in the year. Since that strong start early in the year, the Lions have only lost 2 regular season games. This game was a very important game to many of the seniors. DeSales Hockey is another strong program who has faced Gahanna multiple times earlier this year. They share the chiller as the home ice. Throughout Gahanna and DeSales' previous matches this season, Gahanna has beaten DeSales once and also lost to them once.
Jake is also a 2-year captain and 3-year starter.
The Lions only have a select number of home games left during the regular season. Having all types of classes on the hockey team allows them to reload rather than restart every season. All 8 seniors wanted a dub on their senior night.
Where's Jared? Okay. There you go, Jared. Okay.
The Lions got off to a slow start, being down 2-1 at the end of the first period. This soon changed when Jared Chobani scored a nice solo breakaway goal to start the second period. The entire battle on the ice was a very back-and-forth game. The Chobani brothers led the Lions by scoring 5 goals total. Jared Chobani scored 3 and Jake Chobani scored 2. The Lions fell short to DeSales, losing 7-6. Although the Lions did not achieve what they wanted to on their senior night, they still have the postseason to work hard.
It's going pretty well. We're 17-8 right now, which is pretty solid. We would like to win our division. We're in second place right now, so we need to win 2 more games and we have it secured.
The hockey team has made a lot of effort this season and have had a really good record. This has been Alex Metz reporting for WGLH TV.
And in other sports, the girls swimming team won the OCC title, and the hockey team lost to DeSales 7-6 on Sunday. Also, come out to the basketball game on Friday against Pickerington North. And that's a wrap for sports here in Gahanna.
Thanks, Elijah. Not only is it time for us to wrap up sports, but also our show. Tune in next week when Grace English has some clips from Performance Studios Dinner Theater. Until then, this has been Alex Metz,
Dara Morales,
and Elijah Sweet saying either lead, follow, or get out of the way.
Have a great week.
Cue. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I am captivating.
I am adventurous.
I am amazing.
I am creative. I am lucky.
I'm funny.
I am loving.
I am cheerful.
I am friendly. I am fun.
I am so much more.
So much more.
So much more.
So much more than the average.